With local elections in Connecticut approaching, a main issue that politicians are focusing on is the shrinking of the middle class. Due to a variety of factors including technology, downsizing, and state budget cuts, the disappearance of the middle class is noticeable, and local residents are the ones being truly impacted.
Would you consider yourself part of the middle class?
No. No, I don't consider myself part of the middle class. I think that the middle class is in a rapid decline in this country. And I work 40-hour weeks. My girlfriend works 40-hour weeks, and we still take cold showers. We still have trouble affording groceries.
To get a political perspective on this issue, we spoke to Bethel 1st Selectman Matt Knickerbocker and State Representative Dan Carter.
With the shrinking middle class being a nationwide issue, what factors would you say have caused this issue to become so big?
Well, the biggest factors is stagnation of income.
The poverty level has increased, or those living in poverty have increased to about 15%, I think, in like 2010. So that's over our overall population, not just Connecticut. So it's really tricky at what you're looking at, but there are a lot of factors I think go into it. Some of the bigger ones, obviously, people talk about globalization, that now our workers are competing in a global economy.
And the reason it was hidden for so long is that as financial pressures grew and grew in the middle class, what they started to do was borrow money against the value of their homes. So it hid the problem.
How so many people are geared to going to college, and many of them are racking up these huge student loans, but they're not coming out with degrees that are going to support paying those loans off.
Now, out of these factors, what have you seen affect Connecticut the most?
Joblessness. We've seen offshoring of industries, again, with absolutely no penalty.
And I think in Connecticut, the way we pass legislation and the tax structure, meaning all the extra fees that we have for everything you can imagine, all the rules on small businesses that make it difficult for them to get started, I think those are the things that affect the middle class. And
there's an old saying that I'm sure you've heard, that those who don't understand history are destined to repeat it. And we're repeating 1920s right now, in my opinion, 1920s and 1930s.
Well, with all these factors into play, what would you say, how would you remedy this, especially within Connecticut?
It's going to involve bringing to bear what the private sector can do in creating jobs, and they are very good at that.
I think what politicians should do and local leaders, they obviously should do things that support people getting into business and giving them the freedom to move on with their lives. We really need to create an environment, though, where businesses can do well. I mean, I think that's on all levels of government.
And I do think that there needs to be more appropriate level of taxation of the wealthiest in our society. They can sacrifice this much more and not affect their lifestyle, and it will benefit the entire workforce, the entire society. It will actually benefit them, because you will have a healthier economy where people can buy whatever it is they make that made them wealthy in the first place.
But while the middle class may be shrinking, interest in this topic is growing. This is Carolina Berra reporting with WCSU News Election 11 coverage.